So Attack on Titan Season 2 has wrapped up, and my gosh, the last two episodes of Season 2 of Attack on Titan absolutely knocked it out the park. The previous episode setting things up, and of course the cliffhanger of the Smiling Titan, one of the major core elements of what made Eren become who he is today, and his hatred for Titans. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, Reiner and Bertolt, they kind of had something to do with that as well, but nothing takes the cake like the Titan that ate Eren's mom right in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Nothing takes the cake. So that was an amazing cliffhanger, and a lot of the struggles as well, because again, I felt as though, you know, and I've said this before in previous reviews, that this season really wanted to focus in on Ymir and Historia, Krista, and their relationship and their struggles and whatnot. And it played that to the end. Yes, we did have other elements, of course, and it still moved the story along, but I felt as though, at the very least for this season, they really wanted to make it a lot about them, and they were kind of the thing of this season. So, you know, when Season 3 comes in 2018, don't really expect much of them focusing in on Ymir and Krista. I'm imagining they might focus in on other characters like Erwin or something like that, maybe even Levi. Let's talk about Erwin. Oh my gosh, that is a monster of a man. That shit, him fucking losing his arm and still charging with a fucking horde of Titans straight into the battle and shit like that. Like, hands down, Erwin rocked the finale of this season. You know, just everything that he did coming through. I was like, yes, Commander Erwin is a real one. Amazing moments with him. And you gotta think, his job is now a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? Coming into Season 3 and beyond, he's with one fucking arm trying to fight giant monsters. Let's talk quickly about that smile that he had that even creeped out Levi. Levi, the fucking badass of them all of Attack on Titan. He was creeped out when they were talking about all this crazy shit, and then he turns around and he's like, yo, we just found out that the people we've been, you know, these monsters we thought we was killing, whatever, are actually human beings. And you're fucking smiling. And that shit, just talking about it, I ain't gonna lie, gives me goosebumps. And Erwin, it seems as though there was something intriguing about getting more information, what gave him a smile. So it could be that he's really desperate to find out the secrets of what's going on with this world, or he's really desperate to end all of this, and maybe that, you know, just getting that piece of information made him feel something. Or it could be something really fucked up as well. Like, if you thought you was killing humans this entire time, maybe it gave him a rush. Maybe fucking Erwin is some secret serial killer and he likes to kill people or something like that. Like, there's a huge possibility, but just that moment alone in the finale was fucking priceless. And my gosh, let's talk about Eren, because I felt as though my favorite, and there was a lot of great moments. And let me just put it right here before we go any further and, you know, examining other characters and whatnot. The ending of Season 2 of Attack on Titan, which I believe would be episode 12, is one of my favorite episodes of anime, period. And I felt as though it was one of the top of the line episodes of anime, period. From the art and animation to the storytelling to the invoking of emotion that they did, just knocked it out of the park with the finale of Attack on Titan Season 2. Like, I would argue that the last episode of Season 2 of Attack on Titan is probably the best, if not period, the best episode of Attack on Titan as a whole, including Season 1, because it was just phenomenal. It was truly phenomenal, and I really can say nothing bad about it. I mean, okay, you know, they did the artsy still shots here once in a while, whatever, but like, there's nothing really to say that I could come out and, you know, I'm not gonna bullshit just to find some dumbass flaw that doesn't exist. Like, hands down, the finale of Attack on Titan Season 2, just amazing. Across the board, again, I would argue one of the best episodes of anime as an episode, as a, you know, or a finale for a season. That was up there. That was up there. And I've seen a lot of anime, okay? I've seen a lot, but that really just rocked it. Let's go back to Eren, though. Eren, his struggles, and when he had that line, that's when I felt this, though, because personally, yes, I do like development, and, you know, development is all good, and, you know, eventually a character needs to get to that point. But when a character is at a crossroads, and he was developing, but he's back at a crossroads, and he kind of doubts, have I really changed? Have I grown and whatnot? And he's there, I haven't changed a damn bit. I love those moments. I'm the type of person, like, you know, you go to the Naruto when he was struggling with the Kyuubi, or you go to Bleach when he was struggling with the Hollow and shit like that. I like to see the journey to getting to that point. Eventually you will see, you know, the Hokage, so to speak. They will get to that pinnacle of who they can become as a person, but the journey there is amazing. And Eren just, I ain't gonna lie, he had me in my feels so bad when he was just screaming, banging his fists, and Hannes! No! I ain't gonna lie, because if I'm not mistaken, that was the last chapter that I reviewed at the last episode of season 1. That chapter came out literally, I want to say within the week or the day of or somewhere around there where season 1 ended of Attack on Titan. So that was a long time ago, and I've been waiting to talk about this in anime form for a long time, and hands down the anime bodied the manga, just absolutely dominated it with everything, the way they handled it with the Smiling Titan, and then seeing that revelation of this power that Eren seemingly has, and the main reason why Reiner and Bertolt wanted Eren at all costs. He can control Titans. He doesn't know how, just like he didn't really know how to use his own powers or whatnot. He can control Titans, and that shit, when he threw a blow at the Smiling Titan and was knocking that motherfucker back and then had all the Titans jumping, you gotta ask, well, what the fuck is going on here? Why does he have these powers? Of course, yes, you could argue, Deus Ex Machina, this is bullshit. Where did these powers come from? Whatever. In due time, we'll see in season 3, because of course, I'm a manga reader. We'll find a wee bit out of it, mate. We'll find it, I promise you, lad. So, it'll come in time, but honestly, just the way they handled it, the director, great job. He did a phenomenal job directing that episode, directing everything about it, the angles, the camera angles, and just, again, the emotion that it evoked when the Smiling Titan was getting fucking bodied. I was like, holy shit. Like, you know, it was just crazy. I don't want to say beautifully done. It's like, hey, there's blood and guts flying everywhere. That's beautiful, but it was beautifully done. And then, of course, to see Reiner, Bertolt, and Ymir, I felt as though, yes, in a way, it was honorable, all that shit for Ymir to go back with them, and essentially they're alive because of her. But at the same time, you gotta think, she put, you know, the same person that she's been trying to protect this entire season, Historia, she put her back in jeopardy. If she's gonna stay within the walls and Reiner and Bertolt are leaving, who's to say that they're not gonna come back? So, yeah, okay, they stopped you from being a normal Titan, whatever, but all you're doing is putting Historia in more danger. So I question her decision on going back with Reiner and Bertolt and helping them out and basically being a martyr or a sacrifice, so to speak. So I was kind of like, Ymir, the fuck you doing, bitch? And I believe that was actually an extra chapter when they're all laying on the wall and they're laying down together, whatever. I'm not mistaken, that was not a regular chapter. That was an extra chapter that Isayama did, and I was glad that they animated that as well. I remember, I was like, oh shit, that was the extra chapter that nobody really knew too much about. So, cool shit there. As a whole, the episode, the finale, the latest, or the last 2 episodes of season 2 just... Again, I mean, yes, the biggest complaint that everybody will have about Attack on Titan Season 2 is, hey, it's half the amount of episodes of Season 1. What the fuck? So, understandable. But for the 12 episodes we did get, we got a really cool theme, you know, just kind of trying to find freedom, trying to find self-peace within it, you know what I'm saying? Between Ymir and Krista or Historia or whatever, you know. Eren struggles to get over shit and, you know, thinking that he came so far and then kind of questioning, did I really come far? Oh, Mikasa. Oh, I love me some Mikasa. When she said you put the scarf around me and everything, like, oh, again, it's just such a great fucking finale. Such an amazing way to wrap up season 2 of Attack on Titan. They did a phenomenal job, and I can't say nothing bad about the finale. And again, as a whole, season 2, it gave you a bang for its buck. Yes, it took a long time. Yes, it was half of the episodes it should have been, but we got season 3 right around the corner. So if we're getting Attack on Titan 12 episodes or 13 episodes every single year from here on out until we wrap up the story, I'll take it. I'm totally fine with it. That's great at the very least. And yeah, amazing stuff. Really curious what you guys think about the ending or the finale of season 2 of Attack on Titan. How did you feel about all the different things that went down? What do you think about Eren's new powers? What do you think about what happened to the Smiling Titan? How do you feel about Reiner and Bertolt essentially getting bodied and having to run the fuck up out of there? Erwin's arm, Levi getting scared of that smile from Erwin. You think Erwin is a serial killer. He likes to kill people, so the thought of, I actually killed people this entire time made him, you know, feel a rush or something like that. And do you think that Attack on Titan season 2 was worth the wait and worth just being 12 episodes? Are you still kind of like, I want more? Absolutely, I want more, especially with that teaser of seeing the Beast Titan with that guy on top of him. What the fuck is up with that? I mean, I know what's up with that, but if you're an anime only, what the fuck is up with that? Hey, your overall thoughts. It's been a pleasure. I'm sorry I didn't get every single episode reviewed and whatnot, but Attack on Titan Season 2, it definitely was worth the wait, definitely worth the purchase if you're looking forward to in the future picking up the box sets. Absolutely great stuff. And yeah, that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.